Okay, so let me guess, you are the Dekalb Crisis Center again.
Yes, sir.
And you are Officer
Brackett, sir. Brackett?
Brackett?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. And you are, what's the first part of the name?
Bob. Bob.
Bob, okay, yeah. Vicki told me that I may see you sooner or later.
There are different Bobs, but I'm the kind of new Bob.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I record everything.
If I'd known, I would have put some makeup on and some put my hair.
Okay. Okay.
With some new scrubs.
No, you want to come on in?
Oh, sure.
I have a cat that's going to get on my cat that's sick and thrown up, and so you're welcome to sit in the chair.
Okay.
That cat food, she got me going through the loop. So I'm trying to find something she liked.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we're not going to use too much of your time. Basically, we got a report that you were had talked to. What was the person from? What was the
Code
department?
enforcement.
Code enforcement.
From who? Code enforcement. You mean Officer Hosworth?
Yeah.
Based on what I told him the other day.
Yeah, and the code
Well,
enforcement.
the conversation's uploaded to the internet. If you want to look at that, you want the internet site? The conversation I had with him.
Oh, mainly I'm here because he reported that you said when you spent your $44,000, that would be the
Well,
end.
that's we got to have money to live on. So that I have 100% equity in the house. So, I have no interest in moving again. So I told him I'm playing the game where I'm recontextualizing my life the way that of Jesus and that. I'm atheist. So you got to understand that this is just a hypothetical exercise.
I appreciate the humor in your argument.
You like the humor?
And
Yeah, but one of the things I say out there, Jesus was a code compliance problem. So that's basically what I'm going through right now, the code compliance problem.
Yeah.
And law and grace, all rolled in one with the dress. I mean, I'm making fun of Mary Hinkle, the president of Make Milk Certificate. She's a member. I found out she was a member of the Junior League, and they have something called the Little Black Dress Initiative.
Yeah.
Well, they wore the same black dress for 5 consecutive days. And they're raising money for good causes. I don't know that part. But they're trying to empathize with people that can afford clothes. And then they donate the dress at the end of 5 days to women that, are on a budget, for empower them for the job. So, if she can work her assets, have the cleavage showing, balloon, then she needs to keep her tits out of my way when I'm working my assets, my yard.
Right.
So, and one of the things I yell at traffic, what's your problem, bitch? I use square footage too much for you? So I wanted it all for a sign. And what I'm trying to do is have a conversation about God. And the people in the neighborhood don't want to have it, And the conversation I want to have, you can't limit to 4 signs. So I'm turning this into a game where they have the vote.
Well, I never realized there were signs. I had always interpreted them as art.
Well, I mean, it is art. I mean, art is supposed to speak. I mean, it's some type of language to it. Art is colorful language can be art. Like one of the things I have, one of the times I have that says, God has got to be the biggest motherfucker of them all. Well, if we're going to find God, it's got a question mark at the bottom. If we're going to find God as being omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, omnibenevolent, he better goddamn well be, or he got some more growing to do before he can claim that title. What could possibly be bigger? Oh, dear God, no, his mother. Obviously, I'm having mother issues. She lives in Arkansas. My family lives in Arkansas. I finally cut her out. I mean, she's just refused. And my family, that's the reason I keep distance between me and my family in Arkansas. They don't care how educated a black man is. He's still a nigger. And we're talking about Obama. Now, this is my brother. He's the redneck. He's the one that says it, but they put up with it. I'm the one that tried to call him out on it one time. Why would you say that? My mother jumped on me. So, by extension, they don't care how educated a gay man is. Either still a faggot. So, these are things I want to talk about. I'm first being introduced to God before being aware of God. I was born in the First United Methodist Church of Parkwood, Arkansas, population 4,000. Have raised by that church right up until I graduated from high school. That put into our heads when a kid never really goes away. That's why I wasn't many years with a knife in my head. But at that point, when the kid never really goes away, I'm realizing as an adult only recently, although I label myself radical atheist, that I have always been and forever will be Methodist, no less than Jesus ever stopped being a Jew. So one can both be Methodist and atheist at the same time while refusing the label Christian. Are you following me so far? Everybody tells me they don't understand. They wait till I'm done with everything, and then they say they don't understand any of it. I think that's just lying. I think they do understand it, they just don't want to admit it. Anyway, I can be both Methodist and atheist Well, refusing the label Christian. Well, Christian tells you absolutely nothing about anyone. And I'm learning off of people like Janet Gary. I lived in my house several years before I even met anybody from that house. And my life experience up to this point has taught me with old people, let them come to me first, listen to what they have to say, then we go from there. Well, she called those my side chick for several years later, and she's all excited because they put my property developer, who offered them twice the value of the lot. Now, their lots are about the same size as mine, but it's on the condition that all 7 consecutive houses across the street agree to sell. Start with the first house after the well. This is number 7, and she even explained to me why they weren't interested in the Dr. Herman's house because it's a corner lot, it wasn't it big, and And when she explained that to me, as you probably noticed, she's had a big smile on her face. This is an old woman that I just met her that day. She had a big smile on her face, and she kind of tilted her head toward, Dr. Herman's house. As you probably noticed, his sticks are beside the telephone pole instead of behind the pole. There's a telephone pole right there. And I looked over there, and I was like, no, I didn't notice, but you're right, they are beside the pole. And Dr. Herman was even older than they were. And he had a habit of picking up sticks every day and stacking them up very neatly behind that pole. But this time they were on the pole, and she explained to me that the pole was the property line, and when the stick was beside the pole, they were on their property, and this was his way of showing that he was angry at them for selling, agreeing to sell. And I'm angry at this too. I was just down here for the first time. I didn't know exactly what was going to happen. They would tear it all down, but I wasn't happy. But when she was done, I was like, my name's James Avery. And by the way, that's shot in Florida. She thought it was funny. And I thought it was funny too, when you look over there, from the telephone pole over to the driveway, it's stone. So sticks didn't stone and break my bone. Okay, well, when she got done, though, I thought it was funny too. So, we had a Schadenfreude, a German word, pleasure at somebody else's expenses. Well, my name's James Avery. I'm a veterinarian that lives in this house. Not only am I gay, I'm atheist as well. We're not that kind of Christian, she said. And that's the point I'm trying to make. Are they the good kind, the bad kind, the kind that really believe in God, and the kind that really don't? That's all I care about. And they're the ones that are going to argue about the good kind and the bad kind. And so I'm trying to find a little, by being confrontational, trying to find a language that would get us all on the same page. I'm just tired of everybody, attacking off each other that we're getting nowhere. And I'm trying to beat that. And so I'm trying to force them into that realization with these signs that says, again, years later, she pissed me off. I did my intervention. I confessed that I had a crystal meth addiction. I realized at a certain point, I did crystal meth every day from 2010 in 1999 when I first started every day. I continued going to work as a veterinarian up till 2010 when I did my own intervention, and I started with her. I thought my own friendly lady. That day, it opened up her window. She asked me to keep an eye on the house when they went to New York for Christmas, keep an eye on their house when they went to Holy Land for. I did. When I realized that as much time had passed, missed opportunity people doing my intervention. If anybody was going to do that, caring enough to do it, it was going to have to be me. And I did it by telling everyone. And everyone, all they've done is turn right around and use it against me. So if anybody has a mental problem here, it's my neighbor. They just don't want to admit their contribution to the problem. They just want to ignore everything. And they want, I even had Ronald Henley. He's going around telling people that there's a video of me taking somebody's garbage. I would love to see that video. I have yet to see it. That I've been arrested several times. I've only been arrested one time, and that was a violent restraining order. And he said there was multiple restraining orders against me. There was only one. There were 2 attempts. One was that stuff. Only because my mother and my sister made me miss it by having me committed involuntarily. And I made my court hearing to contest it. The other one I contested and was able to get it dismissed against them. And the use of Green Acre faggot. They cut down all the triggers when I called them the use of Green Acre faggot. I'm gay. I can get away with that. You may not understand that if you're straight, but when you're gay, use of faggot versus faggot is totally different. And so I can go on forever. This is 6 years in the making, and I don't even know where to start or where to end or what it is you need to hear. Janet been out here, Vicky's been out here 8 times. I try to get records, get copies of her record. I can't get it because they're not considered a legit medical record. So what happens if I actually do go on a homicidal rampage? What does the county look like with these records, no existing record on these visits? I would like to know how she's writing them up. I would like to know how you're writing this up. And I can't get copies of them. And what it is you're hearing and what it is you're not hearing. It would help me know what to say next time. And nobody cooperated with me on anything. I'm in this all alone. And and trust me, if I have already seen the best that you have to offer, then y'all might as well stop wasting our time coming out here. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to happen on your end like everybody. Everybody, and that's the other thing I'm learning as I go. Like we have this system set up like yours on the other end. Everybody thinks that I'm there for them, but it's a. What I'm realizing it is a fish net on a severe budget. And yeah, I'm not going to criticize. I mean, you do the best you can with the budget you have. So I'm starting to realize that it's more like herd health medicine on that end rather than personalized medicine. You don't really, everything, responsibility is so delegated out so thinly, nobody really even knows what's going on with one particular patient. And that your end is certainly not the end for me. I'm trying to get Emory involved in this, Emory University. I'm trying to recontextualize my life story. I'm not saying I'm Jesus or anything like that. I think Jesus was just a man who had good intention. God helped those who helped themselves. Well, to me, God, if we have a God, He would help the one who's trying to help the most of them all. It's the secret in the pronoun. And if you have it like just themselves as a church, that's a small group. Well, what I look at it is, my neighborhood extends halfway around the world in all four directions. That's my neighborhood. You can't get any bigger neighborhood than that unless you believe in God and you got that. That's cheating, you know. So that's one of the things I've learned. And I raise Methodist, so I'm trying to get the Methodist Church involved. I'm trying to get them to accept some responsibility for failing me as a child. If they're going to fault me in any way at the crystal meth addict, faggot, atheist I am man today, if they're going to fault me in any way, then the church has to accept some responsibility for that. And all they're doing is pulling every pernicious, prevaricating, shunning trick in the book on them. So it's not me, I've been. If there's anything I'm doing right, is that I've been totally honest up front. And I know you're going to say I've been hyperverbal, so I'm going to shut up here and do what you have to say. Hyperverbal, you're probably thinking I need medication to slow it down, but I just got too much to say. That's really what it is.
Well, you got it out pretty fast.
Yeah, you follow it?
Most of it.
Some of it, yeah, but anyway, and I got this quote here, I got 8 citations so far on these signs. Is that, if you call it art, they call it a code violation. I can only have 4 signs, and the topic I'm talking about is pretty big. You'll find no two.
Does the code apply to art as well as signs? Does the same code apply to art?
I don't know. I have a public defender assigned to me. Partly because I own homes and equity in this home, I don't qualify for a public defender. But because the circumstances of the judge, I'd like to, maybe not. I don't think she's a young girl, lawyer less than a year. I think she's not really going to listen to me either. But I have a nickname, Suicide Jim. One day me and you just want to kill yourself. And not a thing. I tend to want to talk about the dark topics and subjects. Yeah. And one of the things I yell out on the street, I'm just, because they roll the windows up, so I yell. I'm just trying to, and it kind of helped me practice my delivery. But with women worldwide still owning less than 1% of private property, there is some justification for being against same-sex marriages. Someone has to take care of our women. It's all about power. I said that once at St. Mark United Methodist Church, which is gay, 80% gay men mostly. They have some women, but mostly gay men. I said that Reverend Dr. mentioned something about advocacy work for same-sex marriage, and that's when I jumped in with that. And Pam Bugby, who's a little old lady that sings in the choir, it blows, and someone has to take care of her women. It's all about power. And Reverend Dr. Beth kind of looked over at me and her, and she was pissed off too. And here I am, I'm so progressive, at least so far left that I support their rights, their jobs, and all that. They can't turn right around and see somebody that supports them.
Some people just don't appreciate the connections.
Huh?
Some people just don't appreciate the connections.
Yeah, and so I go, all right, this is your moment, all my Decatur, this is Decatur, Georgia, Nextdoor.com, maybe. I'm banned from Nextdoor.com. Mason Civic Association uses that to do their updating, and I'm banned from that one. And the only reason I even joined is because there was a thread about me in my sign, all the pernicious and I was calling them out on it, and I used my language. I don't mince my word, and I was trying to call them out on it, and I got banned from Nextdoor.
Okay, so I've got a bunch of history now because this is the first time we've met. I say you filled me in pretty well on the background. Okay. Where do you plan to go from here?
When I'm under 40,000, I got to sell the house and live. I got to sell the house to have money. So what if I didn't have this house? What would your wrong be?
So when you sell the house, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm not going to sell it. What I'm saying is that the Bible verse, if I'm raised above the earth, I will draw all people to myself. Okay. So I got the noose hanging off the cross. You know, it's still suicide. It's still suicide. I'm insinuating suicide. I'm not saying that I'm going to do it.
Right, I hear you.
I am saying that I probably will. I'm saying that anyone would have good enough reason to do that. So I'm letting the neighborhood vote on this. I'm letting them let it be their vote. And I've been 6 years at it, you know, and I've tried every trick, every way. I'm trying to get them into conversation with me about this. They won't do it. And they just want to think I'm crazy. They keep calling you guys out.
Yeah.
And
well, they didn't call me out because the neighborhood didn't call me over here.
no, I mean they probably did the first time.
It was the code enforcement person.
Maybe the last time because he was just here Saturday.
Interpreted.
I want to interpret it right.
Interpreted your insinuation as a threat.
Well, I mean, it's that to who?
Well, it's a threat to yourself.
Huh?
A threat to yourself. I'm going to commit suicide when I run out of money.
Well, I mean, it's y'all vote. I mean, all I want to do is conversation talk.
Yeah, I understand.
And I'm on the university, but it's, you know, I even I approached the Glen Memorial Church. And, you know, I want to remain atheist. I want to get involved with the church again, but as an atheist. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm Methodist fact. You know, the Methodist Church still has on the book.
Have you considered the Catholic Church?
Oh, they wouldn't have me at all.
It could be really interesting.
And, Dr. Beth is Catholic. Well, she's very Catholic. She started off with her father's Catholic church, and she, at the age of 12, she realized I'm good at taking people's word, looping it into a circle, and hanging it around their neck like an albatross. You know, in other words, I learned how to loop God into a circle and hang it from. So, what I've done is instead of, even though I'm atheist, I believe in zero God now, as opposed to no God. 0 and 1, they're both real numbers, they're both natural numbers. The only difference is 1 is the counting number. As you will find, no two people agree in exactly the same way as to what it means believing in a God. Then, as far as I'm concerned, we have just as many gods. We have people claiming one, have ever claimed one, and forever will be claiming one until there's no longer anyone left standing able claiming one. Then God at times ceases to exist until we have another observer. So by believing in zero God, and let's say you believe in God, you believe in God?
That's personal.
Huh?
I said that's personal.
Well, you're asking me a personal question.
Oh no, you're telling me. I didn't ask you to tell me about your business. I didn't request the.
Yeah, but you're asking me. You're here. You're intrigued.